welcome to Speaking of Horses, and we're sitting here with Mr. Pat Parelli. I'm really pleased to be sitting next to Pat.
Hey, Wayne.
We have worked together many moons.
Many times.
Yeah.
Horse fairs all over the country.
Starting way back when Sacramento started, when Mickey started that one. So, but here we are in the great Pacific Northwest. We're in Albany, Oregon. So how's this event going for you?
You know, I'm actually really tickled about how many people are here and how many people have just come up and said, wow, we're glad you're back to the Northwest. And it's just exciting. And, you know, I've got roots from here. My mom lived in Medford when she was a little girl.
Okay.
And I got family in Northern California there in what's called Wairika and Hornbrook and little bitty spots on the...
Yeah, but it's home, see? It's all home dogs, right?
Yeah, so that I've got lots of family up in this part of the country and lots of friends around here. And, of course, the guy that was my rodeo mentor, and actually the guy who got me into all this, Johnny Hawkins, lived here in Cottage Grove, and he just passed away 2 days ago, and we came up here hoping to see him one more time. Anyway, yeah, lots of family, friends, students, and great to be here. And the fair's lots of people here.
Lots of people here. It's a great area for the fair, and of course, there's a lot of horse people in this country.
Yes,
you know,
horse lovers.
And we're glad to see you making the trek around too, because every once in a while you've just got to be out there doing it, you know. Yeah. And I know this well. Other than the snow in Baltimore,
that was tough.
That was tough, but it's great. So tell us a little bit about what's on the horizon for Pat Parelli, and what you've always got something new. I know you probably can't divulge too much about certain things, but
I can tell everything. Truth, transparency, and trust. That's the real secret. Well, first of all, my job is inspiration and information. And if you choose to be a student to become a horseman, your job is dedication and perspiration. And my job is to help people become the horseman that your horse needs you to become. That's really what I do. So it's really important, I think, that I can not only go around and show people what's possible with horses, but I think the new thing is that instead of me doing it, I'm showing how I can be their success coach and how I can get regular people to get extraordinary results. And so that's what I'm here. I'm here to help you become the horseman that your horse needs you to become. And it starts on the ground. It's simple, and we never forget that adults are human beings who practice making simple things difficult. My job is to make it simple again.
That is so true.
Yeah.
You practice making it difficult, and pretty soon you don't realize that it's easy.
Yeah.
Right? And you're right. A lot of times, all somebody needs is that coach, that mentor, that somebody to turn on that light bulb and go, "Hey, wait a minute, you know, that guy was right all along."
Well, you know, when I first started, I started off doing clinics. And the clinics would work, but then it seemed like people didn't make progress by the time I'd come back around. I might come back around 6 months or a year later, and they would do really good in the 3 or 4 days I was with them. Then they wouldn't make much progress while I was gone. So then I started making videos. And then that worked pretty good, but it just seemed like there was always something missing. And I've always wanted to have a correspondence aspect to being able to help people. So now, with the technology of the smartphones and that sort of thing today, we can help people no matter where they live or what they can afford. For 60 cents a day, they can have all the information that I've accumulated, not only myself, but from all of my great mentors, Tom Dorrance, Bill Dorrance, Ray Hunt, Ronnie Willis, Troy Henry.
Just put it all in that package.
And of course, my wife Linda, she's great at the things I'm not. I'm really good at the words and the oral presentations, and Linda's good too, but she really is great at writing things down, organizing things, and setting it up so that we can feed people with a spoon and not a shovel. So now people can take a 5-minute long lesson, watch it on their phone, try it with the horse, watch it on the phone again, try it. Never
all
before.
Right there.
So that's what's new.
And really what's neat with that is you can actually do that from the back of the horse. I mean, you're right there, so wait a minute,
You can do it on your horse.
Yeah.
I had someone the other day that showed me they had it on their iWatch, and they were watching and trying to lead changes, and they were getting there.
I got to interject a quick story. I was doing a horse show in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Little kid about
named after you, right?
Yeah, right. Little kid about 5 years old on a pony wanted to run open barrel, so his parents put him in the class. And the pony jogs one of those teeth, right out to the first barrel and stops. Kid gets in his pocket, opens up a map. Okay, went around that barrel, jogged to the next one, looked at the map again. His dad had drawn the map on the pattern, and he stopped at every barrel and read the map. So he didn't go the wrong way. And he had like, I don't know, 5 minutes to get around the barrel pattern, but it didn't matter. The crowd was just, the crowd was going nuts. This kid was stealing the whole show. Anyway, with the technology of today, you can now, you can have it on that smart watch or whatever it is. Yeah. So what are your plans? Where are you heading from here? You got a lot of
well, I've still got to go to Europe this year twice. I've got to go to Ireland to the two biggest horse fairs in the world is Equitana in Germany every 2 years. 45,000 people a day for 9 days, and I've been there, the headliner there 7 times.
Wow.
And so I'll be going there, and also I'm going to Dublin to the Royal Horse Fair in Dublin.
Oh, that'll be neat.
And that's a huge thing. And I went there last year on my birthday. I was born on St. Patrick's Day, and so last year a year ago I was in there, and so I put on a seminar. Had 1,200 people showed up, and the people from the Royal Dublin Fair came and saw it and said, "Oh my God, we got to have you do this."
Have you there.
And so they've organized it. That's this August, I believe it is.
I got to say, one of the most fun things I watched was when I was announcing that entertainment arena at the World Equestrian Games, when the Irish draft came in and they had the jump off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talk about some people that get into what they're doing.
That's right.
That group was fantastic. Well, you were there.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. So what you're still in Pagosa. You still have you do all your training, and you have all of your students.
We live half the year in Pagosa Springs, Colorado, half the year in Ocala, Florida, and half the year on the bus.
Between, right?
Yeah. Well, and all over the place, So between buses and the bus and the airplanes. The other thing we're doing is we're really reaching out to the performance world. My son and I and my team have been going to a lot of rein cow horse competitions, cutting, ranch versatility, and the cutting is something we've been doing quite a bit of, NCHA cutting, and I'm on 2 committees there. So we've been showing how you can use communication, understanding, and psychology with high-level performance horses. And we've got one girl who went to the Paralympics and has won 2 silvers and a gold. She's the #1 rated Paralympian in the world, Loren Barwick, and she just now won the world championship in adaptive reining. So she's put her job her way and went reining. So we trained her and her horse to do that, and then her dressage horse. And then we've got a guy in Italy, Luca Bonetta is one of our graduates that is in the top, I think, 2 jump horse riders in the world right now. He won the Persance in England last year, jumped 7'9".
Wow.
And every time he'd jump, they'd go 3 inches higher. Every time he'd jump, he'd jump off and get on his knees and give his horse a carrot. So he used our program, and Linda or I work with him every chance we get when we go to Europe.
Wow.
Linda's going to be doing something with him again here in a couple of months when we go.
Great.
So I think that's a big thing. Of course, Linda's into dressage, and now we've got been studying with some of the great dressage masters. Christoph Hess and Linda have done some videos. So we're really reaching out, showing people that this is something you can do beyond recreational riders.
Well, it's all horsemanship.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your discipline's going to be. These basics are all there.
Yeah, and either using communication, understanding, and psychology, or you're using force, fear, and intimidation. There is no gray.
Yeah.
You're either doing one or the other. And I've been doing this for 40 years, and I'm still learning how to do it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's always something you pick up.
Something you can do less of, sooner or softer, or present it in a different way, and the horse just gets it. And the horses are so willing if just only we can present it in the right way. That's the biggest thing. Same with people. So it's presenting the information in a way they can adult. That's why we use what's called edutainment.
It's good.
Because if I'm boring, they're going to be snoring.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, it's nice to run into you. We've probably run into each other 3 or 4 times already
This year, yeah, this
and
2016.
to have you out there and doing these things and right back, getting back out with the people and coming up with the new wrinkles to the program, which just make it grow and help more people. Pat, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, great to see you, my
Appreciate
friend.
it very much.
Yeah, good to do things with you.
We're here on Speaking of Horses, and who else but Mr. Pat Parelli right here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm here to help you keep it natural.